Good morning, students. Today I'll be talking about William Shakespeare, his life, and his famous works. Now, if we talk about Shakespeare's life, not much is known about his early life, and critics and scholars they generally believe that he was baptized on 26th of April at Holy Trinity Church in Warwickshire. So it was generally assumed that maybe because on 26th of April he was baptized, so maybe he was born 2 or 3 days before, probably on 23rd of April at the birthplace was Stratford on Avon. Now, William Shakespeare's father was a prominent citizen and he held many offices in the town. Shakespeare was sent to a local grammar school till the age of 16. So he went to school when he was 7 years of age. Until 16, he was in the school, and after that, he left because of the declining financial condition of the family. It was assumed that maybe in order to support his father, he left the school. Now, in school, Shakespeare was not a bright student, he was not that ardent learner, he was a normal student. One more point to notice is that Shakespeare never went to university like Christopher Marlowe and Thomas Kidd. Now, Marlowe and Thomas Kidd, they both are regarded as university wits. Now, university wits is a term and it is referred to those playwrights of the 16th century who were educated either at Cambridge or the Oxford. They all were humanists, man of scholarly learnings. So university Shakespeare was not a university wit, but still in Shakespeare's plays you'll notice a wider range of references and allusions than any of the other contemporaries of his age. So in these dramatists you'll not notice even in the plays of university wits you won't notice this wide range of references as Shakespeare has used. Now, why he came to London? It is a story again believed that he was accused of poaching in the garden of the village landlord. So, because of this, he fled to London for the fear of persecution. Now, if we talk about Shakespeare's work, first I want to talk about his sonnets. He has written famous sonnets like Shall I Compare Thee, Marriage of True Minds, Went to the Sessions of Sweet Silent Thoughts. So, all these sonnets basically they were 154 in number, and Thomas Thorpe has published Shakespeare's sonnets. His two narrative poems, Venus and Adonis and The Rape of Lucrece, they both are inspired narratives and they both are dedicated to his patron, Earl of Southampton. Now, Shakespearean sonnets, if we talk about Shakespearean sonnets, they are divided into four parts, three quatrain and a couplet. And the rhyme scheme of these sonnets is A B A B C D C D E F E F and G G. And his sonnets they are addressed to mysterious young man and dark lady. Okay, so they both were the person to whom Shakespeare has dedicated his sonnets. Now, shall I compare thee? Is based on the beauty of his friend. Marriage of true mind is about quality of true love, not marble, not the gilded monument, is about the tombs of various English kings. So this was all about his sonnets and about his narrative poems. Today, Shakespeare is known basically for his dramas. His dramas have become epic. It is assumed that he wrote total 37 plays. Now, if we talk about the work, if we talk about the period in which, total number of period in which you could classify his works, it would be better it would be better to divide them into four parts. In the first period, we shall see that Shakespeare's early dramas were Titus Andronicus, Two Gentlemen of Verona, The Comedy of Errors, Romeo and Juliet, etc. So, in these plays, Shakespeare, when he was writing these plays, he was quite young And these plays, you will often you'll notice that the style is not that good. The style is immature, and even the characterization is weak. In this period, he has also written some of the famous historical plays like Richard III and Richard II. His second period is marked by rapid growth and development. Some of the famous dramas of this period were The Midsummer's Night Dream, Much Ado About Nothing, Twelfth Night, As You Like It. Now, in these plays, we could notice better plot construction and also fine characterization. And in these plays, we can also notice that Shakespeare has a sound knowledge of the world. The third period, in this particular period, he has written great tragedies: Hamlet, King Lear, Macbeth, and Othello. Now they are considered as his greatest tragedies. He has also written some comedies like All Will That Ends Well, Measure for Measure. Now the reason for writing, and we are not sure what was the particular reason, but it is assumed that domestic sorrow might have been at the root of the tragic view of the life, and also believed that Shakespeare's father, he died in 1601, and Shakespeare's own unfortunate love affair was responsible for the tragic gloom. Now the fourth period, we see plays such as Pericles, Cymbeline, The Winter's Tale, The Tempest. They've often been described as pastorals and even tragi comedies. These plays, they end in harmony and they deal with reconciliation. His plays are marked by maturity and they are profound, and even the style is not broken. So these plays are often considered as some of the better plays. If we talk about Shakespeare's greatness, why he is considered as the dramatist of all the time is because of the universal element of the plays. We can definitely relate to it. We can definitely sympathize with the characters and we could easily understand them. They are epitome. Shakespeare is considered as not of a particular age, but for all the time, because his characters were true to the eternal facts of human life. Now, if we talk about Shakespeare's characters, they have taken almost life of their own. Now, if we talk about Queen Elizabeth's famous character was Falstaff, and it is for this character that Shakespeare has written another play, The Merry Wives of Windsor, that was created, that was produced around this character, Falstaff. If we talk about his play Romeo and Juliet, they would stand for the epitome of young, perfect love, which triumphs over everything, even death. Now, Lady Macbeth, she is considered as the fourth witch, as a scheming woman behind all the wrong decisions of her husband. Othello and Desdemona, they stand for the perfect couple, but their love, their their love is again marred by the evil character Iago. So these are some of the famous epic characters of Shakespeare's plays. Now the final years, around 1611 to 1612, Shakespeare moved to his birthplace at Stratford-on-Avon and he retired. As a dramatist, he had reached the pinnacles of fame and glory. About his death, again, not much is known why he died. Was it because of the disease or something else? But he died on 23rd April at the age of 53, and he was buried in the parish church in in Stratford on Avon. That's all for today. Thank you.